ready, paisanos?
Alright, hello everybody, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, let me try to turn up the light one notch. Alright, welcome in. We are here. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. We're back with Ocarina of Time in the AM. Thanks for being here, everyone. We got Fee, we got Estat, we got Eggroll Buddy, Regalski, Cypherpunk. We'll get to your recommendation in just a second, Cypherpunk. Thank you for the redeem. Regalski, what a freaking night you had. Oh man, you wanna fill us in on the deets? That's okay if you don't. Hope that it's a better morning than it was a night. It sounds like it was a doozy. Okay, Cypherpunk wants to hear a game recommendation, a personalized game recommendation. Okay, so I've got one. I think I've got one. Cypherpunk, PC games, number one. Like older PC games, like earlier than Windows. Into some obscure stuff. Into sci-fi. I have a recommendation. Alright. There's kind of two recommendations baked into this. One of them is a game that I'm sure that you know about. I don't know if you ever played it, but maybe you want to play the obvious one first. So what I'm thinking about is Snatcher. If you've never played Snatcher before, you should probably play that one. Play Snatcher first, but my deeper cut recommendation is going to be SD Snatcher. SD standing for Super Deformed. It's like the chibi version of Snatcher, and it's a straight up JRPG. It's not a visual novel or point and click like the original. It's JRPG, turn-based battles, but it's the story of Snatcher. And that's on the MSX. It might also be on like PC88. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's on MSX. So there's your recommendation, Cypherpunk. Let me know if you think you're gonna give it a try. Let me know what you think. All right, and we are getting back to Ocarina of Time. We left off in the well. You've played SD Snatcher, but never, like, committed to it. Okay, well, this is your sign to commit to it. I'm impressed that you've played that, though. I feel like that's a pretty deep cut. But, this is your sign to commit. Your grandma nearly found her way back from the bathroom. You were there and were able to gently guide her to the floor so she didn't fall hard, at least. Had to call for help to get her back up. Oh, man. Thank goodness you were there, Rogowski. That is so lucky, and great job being able to catch her. I hope she's doing all right now. But I'm sorry to hear that it was that you had that harrowing event. All right, we are in the bottom of the well in Ocarina of Time. We left off in the middle of it. Last time I streamed Ocarina of Time was Halloween, so it worked out so perfectly that I got to all the scary parts of the game. Also, we did the water temple on Halloween, which some might say that's the scariest part of the game. The water temple gave me a little bit more trouble this time than it did on my previous playthrough of Ocarina. Just gonna talk to her doctors and insurance company today, and if we can't get any assistance, don't know what I'm gonna do. She can barely walk anymore. Sorry, stressed to impress right now. Well, Rogowski, I really hope that it works out with insurance. I know that you know, that can be like super stressful, and a lot of people aren't in a great situation with that, especially right now. But I hope that everything goes as easy as possible for you. I'm definitely thinking about you. Shadow Temple soon, your favorite. The Shadow Temple is pretty awesome. What I love about the Shadow Temple is how it's got like these like hints of this like deep dark lore with like the Sheikah and the royal family. You know what I'm talking about? It's got like these signs on the walls. It's like, here are buried the dark secrets of the Sheikah and the royal family. It's like, that's a thing that Zelda games do so well, is they give you just enough information that like about like the history of the world and like the lore. There's just enough for your imagination to go wild, but they never actually give you everything. I think that's so awesome. That's like one of my favorite things. Because, you know, really it's like your headcanon that is more interesting than anything that they could actually come up with. That's why the official timeline sucks, by the way. That is why the official Zelda timeline is terrible. Because it undermines that. It undermines that artfulness that they're able to do with the, you know, give you just a little bit, just a nugget. Here, a Skulltula. Is it a gold Skulltula? Is that bat on something? Is it on an invisible platform, perhaps? Speaking of Game Rex, you suggested Fatal Frame 2 for your last stream. I think we were distracted last time. I was thinking Fatal Frame 1 is probably the less played one, and the one that I've played personally. But, you know, I hear 2 is great, so really it's, you know, it's up to you whichever one you want to do, but Fatal Frame 1 or 2 is the recommendation. And, okay, so I know that this is not necessarily the most accessible that a game can be, but you can purchase Fatal Frame. Actually, they might have done like a remaster of Fatal Frame 1, but you can also still purchase the PS2 version on PS3 digitally. I don't know if you've got a PS3. Actually, I'm pretty sure that you don't, because we were talking about Demon's Souls. Pretend the timeline doesn't exist. Me too. And so does Nintendo now. So I think that that you know, that take has been proven. Well, I don't know if you could say proven, but you know, the people who are in charge agree that the timeline was a mistake. I think there's an interview with Eiji Aonuma where he basically says, yeah, it was a lot better when we left it to people's imaginations, and it was a mistake to release an official timeline, and we won't do it again. And that, it was so validating to me to read that interview. Okay, the well has been really screwing with me. Last stream when I got here, I was pretty much just wandering around randomly, and, you know, I figured it was because, you know, I'd just gone through the water temple, and I was a little tired out mentally, but, I'm still feeling like I'm just walking around randomly. Austin, what's going on? Welcome in. They could just wait until people care again and make another timeline. No, Austin, don't put that into the world. Don't speak that horror. Austin, how do you feel about the official timeline? Are you on the same page as me? I don't know if we've talked about it. Maybe we did. Maybe I'm having a vague recollection. Also, hope you're having a great morning. Thank you for joining us. All right, where else are there chests? The top right. The top right. The northeast. That's how normal people say it, right? We talked about this before. It was really fun to theory craft in the heyday, and it was really exciting when they were canonizing it for the first time. But after Hyrule Historia had been out for like a year or two, everyone was kind of like, dang. Yeah, for me it was immediate. Like as soon as I like turned to that page in Hyrule Historia, I was like, what is this? This is terrible. This is nonsense. You know, the thing also is, I remember GameFAQs message boards, there was a certain user, I don't remember what their username was, but there was a user who basically, like, had, well, not all of the, I guess nobody predicted there's a split for if you get a game over, but I remember somebody was, like, had a theory that they had retconned the imprisoning war from A Link to the Past to no longer be Ocarina of Time. And that's what they did in the official timeline. And you know, that's like a sticking point for me about the official timeline, because when I was a kid, and you know, Ocarina of Time is the first one that I played, first Zelda game that I played. What I thought was really awesome was that there was this connection between Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past. There was never really a sour note for you. You just went from being super excited, front of brain about it, to just being like, okay, it's decided now, cool. I got you. Yeah, it also just takes away the... Yeah, it just takes away the fun of thinking about it. Which I totally get. Okay, I think there was a chest in the corner of that room. I don't think I've been there. Let's try this again. Oh, come on, Mr. Redead. Let me climb this ladder. You know, my feelings about the way that the connections between the games evolved, when it was just, when Ocarina of Time, basically before Wind Waker came out, you know, it was super clear that it was Ocarina of Time, which was the events described in like the backstory at the beginning of Link to the Past, and then A Link to the Past, and you know, Link's Awakening was like a side story of Link to the Past for that Link. And then Zelda 1 and then Zelda 2. And, you know, the backstory for Zelda 2, where the original Princess Zelda was put under a sleeping spell hundreds of years ago, you know, it just made sense that that happened before Ocarina of Time, right? Because we have a princess named Zelda in Ocarina of Time. And when Wind Waker came out, that was the first time where it felt like they didn't care about the games before Ocarina of Time. It kind of felt like they were using Ocarina of Time as a soft reboot. But still, like, it would make perfect sense if Wind Waker was just the last game, right? Because you don't have Hyrule anymore. Because of, you know, cataclysmic event. So that all made sense. I could make sense of it even if Wind Waker had like nothing to acknowledge any games other than Ocarina of Time. But then Twilight Princess happened, and that's where I started seeing. Oh my god! Can I please not fall through the floor? Oh, where the heck is the Lens of Truth? I really need it right now. Maybe I should bust out the player's guide. Oh, Boomerang does not freeze redeads. We just roll by them. Okay, going back to my thought. When Twilight Princess came out, you know, I loved the vibe of Twilight Princess, but it really felt like they did not care about continuity at all with Twilight Princess. And it's ironic because, you know, I just didn't even think about the possibility that, oh, maybe they're really doing the split timeline. Like, if you really think about it, like, that was intentional, that, like, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are two separate sequels to Ocarina of Time. And there was even, like, an interview around the time, I think, saying as much. But, like, I think I just thought that was so dumb that it that it didn't even cross my mind. I really don't like the splitting of the timeline. And like, you know, I get like the time travel shenanigans make it so that, you know, that is a possibility. But I just think it's such a weak, oh my god, I lost my shield. It's such a weak way to handle it. Did not have a single thought about the timeline until probably 2008. Maybe that was a factor to you being less disappointed. Probably, Austin. Probably. My thoughts about the timeline happened as soon as, I mean, even before I played other games. Like, I was super into the lore that we get in Ocarina of Time, like the 3 golden goddesses, and all that. I was super into that, and then to see how that was expanded from what's in A Link to the Past, and how A Link to the Past, the manual, basically has like the same world creation story. That just like really just touched my brain the right way. I loved it so much that Ocarina of Time was showing like the events described there about how the thief Ganondorf got access to the Triforce and transformed into the beast Ganon. Okay, maybe I can't go that way yet. Alright, what about the southeast corner? Oh, is it really this simple? I just need to crawl through here. You were introduced to the idea by a forum friend, understood references to Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but other than Majora's Mask, didn't really think about the games directly connected to each other until that friend. Interesting. Yeah, it was like always there for me, like since I first played them. Ah, here we go. Alright, this is the absolute scariest thing in this game. If there's anybody here who's never played Ocarina of Time before, and you're sensitive, you may want to look away. Oh lord, he's coming. We can't see him yet, but we can hear him. Oh my god, when I saw this for the first time, it's disturbing right now. Like, I'm feeling a little bit nauseous looking at him. Oh god. As for like various theories about timelines, it's definitely something that was present in that like late 90s Zelda fan site community that I've talked about on stream. You know, I had my own Zelda fan site when I was 11. I did not have I don't think I had a timeline section on there. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But you know, it's definitely something that was in that community at that time. Where the heck is he? I don't want to waste my... I guess we're wasting it. Oh, he's only gonna come if I get grabbed, huh? We gotta lure him out. Okay, boomerang doesn't work. Does slingshot work? Oh! Oh yeah, we gotta hit him in the head. What does Navi say about him? I wonder. Dead hand. Watch out for its infinite hands. Aim for its head. I wonder if the aim for its head is a like George Romero zombie movie reference. I can't hit him when he's running away. Uh-oh. The way his jaw extends when he dies. That is pure 64-bit terror. I've heard some people say that the Redeads are scarier. I don't see it. And the Redeads are creepy, but you know, that guy's coming at you. Alright, Lens of Truth. Mysterious things are hidden everywhere. Be sure to try to use it outside of the well. Seeing the truth will cost magic power, so press C again to stop using it. Alright, finally, we can see what's really going on in this world. Oh wait, there is a chest in here. There we go, I almost missed it. Kind of missed it because of the daytime glare on my TV. Huge rupee, let's go. So much money now. Okay, that's actually all that we need from here, right? But I do want to open all the other chests. Now that I've got the capability. Alright, some bombs. We will take them. Oh, I hate losing the Deku Shield as a kid. It's the worst feeling. I want to just be able to effectively use a shield. I hate the little turtle thing that we gotta do. How's RetroTink 5X Pro? You're just using 2X Pro. It's really good. Stat. It's got a lot of additional stuff over the 2X Pro, but if you're using it for streaming, a lot of the other stuff that the 5X does, you can do in OBS if you really wanted to. It's Jessica Wu. Well, welcome in. Hello. How's it going? This was the place that made you stop playing as a kid. So many creepies. It is so scary, especially Dead Hand. Oh my god, isn't Dead Hand the scariest thing you've ever seen? I think the Redead scared us now because of the grabbing and the claustrophobic feeling. Also, there's only one Dead Hand. Redead could catch you off guard, or they could surround you. Dead Hand grabs you too. I don't know. Dead Hand is just, ugh, just terrifying. I scared you more. Neat, okay. Yeah, okay, the other thing is, for what the 5X has is, the scanline filters. So, again, they're not great for streaming. I use them as a channel point redeem. Like, I've got a limited time redeem to put the scanline filters on. And the reason for that is because if anybody is watching at like a lower resolution, like if their connection's not as good, then like the downscaling of the scan lines will look really bad. There you go. Yeah, we can check them out. We can check them out. I'll give you a little tour of the different ones as well. There's like, so you can like tune it. You can really tune it to look however you want, but I usually just pick one of the presets because they model like different types of TVs. So this slot mask one is kind of like a generic, like any brand CRT. This A grill stands for aperture grill. This is like the Sony Trinitron style. BVM is a broadcast video monitor, which is like the type of CRT used in professional settings. PVM 600 professional video monitor, similar deal to the BVM. FV310. This is a Sony TV that I guess there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, this is the best CRT ever made. So that's why that one's in here. And then Consumer 1 and Consumer 2, these are just like two different tunings that kind of look like, you know, generic consumer TV sets. And then there's LCD filter if you're playing Game Boy games. Let's put it on. Let's try Consumer 2 out. We don't use Consumer 2 too often. 100%. Watch your older brother play it after that. Nice, Jessica. Very nice. Dead Hand definitely scared us too, no question. The nostalgia hits. I'm very happy to be hitting some nostalgia. That's, you know, that's one of the things I pride myself in over here. Makes you want to touch it for the static. You can touch your own monitor. There won't be any static, sadly. Plunge. Well. We are in the well, Plunge. Hello, welcome in. I just got the Lens of Truth, and now I'm just grabbing all the chests that I couldn't grab because I kept falling through the hole. Holes, plural. I hope you're doing well, Plunge. It's great to see you. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to spend money. A bat burned up my Deku Shield just like 10 minutes ago. Blast processing. This is supposed to happen automatically, but it doesn't for whatever reason. So here you go.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do?
Oh, I can't hear it. Can you guys hear it? Are you guys hearing the Sega commercial? Let me know. We hear. Okay, good.
If you don't have
I don't know what's wrong with my computer speakers. We'll fix it in post. Meaning I'll fix it after stream, which is not usually what fix it in post means. Okay, there must be a switch nearby that opens up that gate, maybe? We want to get that Skulltula, of course. He's shielded. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Into this place with the like. Do I need to let the like eat me? That would be weird. We should, well, we just got this shield for free, I guess. I don't think the like can eat me through the fence, but let's try it. No, he can't. Alright, what does the map look like? Okay, I have an idea. What's down here? Nothing. Oops. It'd be nice to get out of the well. This just goes down, right? It goes down to the pit below. So where are these connection points? Ah. Wait a minute. Trying to match up this map with the mini map. What does this say? This wall, it says something here. Danger above. That's what it says. Is it because of the Skulltula? Is that what it means? I should not unequip the Lens of Truth. Moments of truth is so important. It would be making a different sound if there was a... if I could bomb that wall, but this is all that I can think of right now. Danger below. Danger above, danger below. I'm gonna grab the player's guide. I think I put it back on my shelf, or is it still on the desk somewhere? I think it's over on my desk. Hold on a second. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Here is the Ocarina of Time Player's Guide. Here, I'll show you guys the Player's Guide up close. Let me get the second camera up and running. Let's see, this guide also, speaking of the timeline, this guide has it's got like information about the previous games, and it kind of hints at the timeline in this guide as well. Maybe we could take a look at that. Sorry, I'm remembering which buttons to press here. There we go. Also, thank you for the follow earlier. I missed that alert. Okay, let's first look at the well, and then we can look at the timeline stuff that's in here. Pizza time, I'll be back. Congrats on pizza, Rogowski. I'm jealous. I wish I had pizza. Maybe I'll make pizza from scratch this weekend. Okay, what are we trying to do? We're trying to... This map... Oh, I see now. I'm looking at the map on the screen, and I thought that this corridor up here was different. Okay, I'm trying to get to this Skulltula. Oh, it connects over here? It looks like it connects over here, right? A more detailed map is very important. Okay, let's take a brief look at what I was talking about there, because this is another thing that kind of got me excited about the Zelda timeline as a kid. You know, it's got this section, Legends of Zelda. And I'll just read this like paragraph at the top. Much of Hylian lore has faded with the passing of years, but one story that still shines bright is the Legend of Zelda. This is no simple tale, but an incredible tapestry woven of many years and many wondrous adventures. One odd thing about the legend is that it doesn't seem to have been written in chronological order, and scholars still disagree about which events came first. Look at that. They even say it right here. You should argue about the timeline with people on the internet. It says it right there. We will therefore recount the legend as it was set down in the ancient scrolls and let you decide for yourself. Hear now the saga of Link and Zelda, the greatest heroes Hyrule has ever known. Yeah, like the way it's described there, I think is what really got me going. You love that? Yeah, me too. It's like, you know, there is no the right answer. The right answer is lost to time, but here is what we know. and then it just tells you like what happens in each of the games. And the fact that it was presented like this in this player's guide, I think this definitely, you know, set me on the path of, oh, the Zelda lore is so cool. But anyways, glad I was able to share that. Glad I had a reason to. And a reason to reread that. I haven't like read that paragraph in, you know, probably since I was 11 or 12 years old. All right. Let's get back to it. Now we have a path. Whoa. That was pretty sweet. Man, I miss physical guides. Me too, Jess. Me too. I have a small collection of them. Especially the ones that published by Nintendo Power. I had a lot of those as a kid. So, you know, I have a lot that I've saved from childhood, but there's a lot that were... oh my god, the shield is gone, and I'm falling, and did the game just freeze? My game just froze. Look at that. There's some weird little yellow line in the top left. Also, probably time to turn off the scan lines. Nostalgic as they are. And then I gotta get up and reset the console. Whomstov. Yeah, game froze. What a time when I just figured out where to go. Austin, I knew that you were trying to say whoa. I just thought it was funny that it said to say Whomstov. Your shield is gone. Maybe when I reset, I won't have the shield. Now that's what we call nostalgia, the game freezing. Yeah, I don't know. Did I yank the cable? Or is this just a natural freeze? A natural glitch? Alright. Let me go hit reset. Let's try again. The N64 is very stable, quite rare. Yeah, for sure. Alright, well, I still got the Lens of Truth. And all of the chests except for that one are open. Gotta go blow in the cartridge. Oh man, okay, so I'm definitely guilty of having blown in my cartridges for many years as a kid and even as an adult. But I need to do a PSA that blowing in cartridges is not the way. Don't do it. Blowing in cartridges works because you get your spit on it, and your spit helps conduct the electricity across the contacts. We don't want that. Nowadays I use isopropyl alcohol and Q-tips to clean them. And that also works without fail. And I'm not spitting all over my games. We've learned since then, yes. It's funny and interesting how, like, so many people have the experience of blowing on the cartridge. It's so... when you think about it, it's kind of weird how that, like, is such a universal experience, isn't it? You gotta do what? It's also placebo sometimes because just disconnecting and reconnecting the contacts is often all it needed. That could be as well, Austin. Could be for sure. Negatron, welcome in. Thank you for believing. Thank you for being here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my audio because I didn't hear the sound alert either, but I'm guessing you guys heard it. There we go. I think I should be able to hear now. Cart work is a ritual. Made you feel like you were loosing dust or something? Yeah, that's what I thought as a kid too. I thought, oh, it's dusty. I gotta blow the dust out. I feel like that's what a game store employee told me or something. Oh, my shield! My shield is still gone. I had an opportunity to save it because the game froze, but alas. We will be spending 40 rupees after all. There we go. This is what I missed. I missed this door. Gotta blow on the context to bless the machine's spirit. Okay, what do we want to do? Well, my shield is already gone, so this like has nothing to eat. How about you eat a bomb? Okay, he doesn't want to eat a bomb. Don't blame him. Oh, he got me. You gotta do what? Space trying to hear alerts. I should hear them now. I think I fixed it. Oh my god. He's still eating me. Let go. Optimus, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Get out of here. The likes are also pretty scary, but it's less because of how they look and more because of what they do to you. I sure hope that I have a fairy in a bottle. Oh, it doesn't do that much damage. I got 2 fairies, okay. We're good, we're good. Oh, you said let's go. I thought you were saying let go, like you wanted the like to let go of me after it ate me. I should have known that. That's funny. At least I think it's funny. I hope you guys all think it's funny too. Okay, we did all that for 5 rupees. No, we did it for a gold Skulltula, that's right. We did it for a gold Skulltula. Alright. And now we GTFO. Does anybody have any cool plans for the weekend coming up? Bye-bye, well, we won't miss you. I won't miss the well either. The well was pretty rough this time around for me. It took me forever to find the Lens of Truth. I, like, completely forgot where it was. You always just come in excited. Thank you for always bringing some energy, Optimus. I appreciate you. Optimus, I have a question for you. Have you ever played the NES game Gun-Knack? It's a shoot 'em up, and it's really, really good. Definitely the best NES shoot 'em up that I've played. Going to Florida to see fam and do some stuff? Very cool. Optimus, thank you so much for 40 months. Thank you so much for the resub, Optimus. I really appreciate it. My question was, have you ever played the NES game Gun-Knack? It's Gun-Nac. I apologize for the beeping, by the way. Hopefully we find hearts very soon. Not this week, but next week you're heading to New York to see Beetlejuice on Broadway? That's so fun. That's awesome. I've never been to a Broadway show. Never have I ever. I feel like it's something that I should do at some point. It's like an experience that one must have. Also, New York City is awesome now. New mayor. You're looking. Nope, never seen that game before. Looks like a shoot 'em up. It is a shoot 'em up. Yeah, I was saying it's the best NES shoot 'em up that I've played. I started playing it like this week because in the Club CRT Discord channel, we have a monthly challenge game, and this month's challenge game is Gun-Knack. It's really, really good. It's made by Compile, and it's very similar to Blazing Lasers, which is my favorite shoot 'em up that I've played. Alright, Kakariko is burning. There's Sheik. This is like one of the coolest cutscenes in the game, by the way, isn't it? Would you guys say? Get back, Link. Yeah, that's where we just were. No, Link, not step back. Don't turn your back to what's going on. Ooh, look at that. You guys think that this shadow thing is supposed to be Bongo Bongo? That's how I've interpreted it. I don't remember why I interpret it that way. I'm sure that we'll see soon. Looks like you're coming around. Link, a terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. Link, Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There's an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard, behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. Learn the Nocturne of Shadow. Jessica, I'm hoping the good vibes from Mamdani being elected continue when you're there for sure. I believe they will. I believe they will. You'll stick that into your wish list. You've recently played Image Fight, and that's a good one too. I've never heard of Image Fight. That's an NES game. Gunnak, the cartridge is really, really expensive, and it doesn't have any kind of re-release. Just FYI. I'm playing it on the EverDrive. I feel like that's the easiest assumption to make. It's hard to come up with something else that it would be. Yeah, I say that because, Sheik says Impa is going to the Shadow Temple to stop that Shadow Spirit, and you have to seal that Shadow Spirit and save Impa, and you have to fight Bongo Bongo to save Impa. Little jam sesh before taking on evil, absolutely, always. Image Fight is on NES, yes. Is it also shoot 'em up, Optimus? Should be rocking those vibes for a good while, indeed. I think the vibes will only go up from here. We gotta keep that optimism going. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you, Link. Alright, we're still beeping. Oh, what I wanted to do is, I think with the long shot, I can get up to where that one guy is. I don't know if he's out in the storm. Oh yeah, he's still there. I think I need to use the long shot from up here. I don't. Yeah. That works. Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento. Thank you for this memento. collected 3 pieces. With another piece, your life energy will be powered up. Midge Fight is a shoot 'em up, yes, and Gunnak is 281 loose on NES. You'll be playing that on your EverDrive, or check to see if you have that on one of your Evercade carts. It's not on an Evercade cart, I can tell you right now. It has no re-release. Unfortunately. It's a really awesome game. It's a shame that it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna just play the Nocturne of Shadow. Gunnak is fun. You played it, Negatron? It's really good. Actually, I left my NES on overnight because I got to stage 6. 6 of 8, I think, in it. So my NES is on right now from last night. Oh, Negatron, guess what movie I watched last night? I watched Predator Killer of Killers. It was good. I enjoyed it. Claire, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. As a kid, yeah, rented it. Very nice. Oh, snap, cool. Yeah, I've now seen every Predator movie, except today a new Predator movie just came out. So now I haven't seen every Predator movie. But I'm planning to go see Badlands tonight. I got caught up just in time. Now We Have Spoken Into Existence is gonna get a re-release on LRG, Strictly Limited, or Retrobit, or Evercade. Do any of them have any of them worked with Compile before? I don't know who re-releases Compile games, if anyone. Not much. You blasted through some Elden Ring earlier. Did you play the whole game? Think you're gonna try and see the new one? It looks cool. I'm planning to take my kids to it. So it's PG-13, which is odd for a Predator movie, right? But I think it's cool that I can take my kids to see it. Now you played through a third of the game. Cool, cool. Maybe I'll replay Elden Ring when I get there in the lineage of the FromSoft games. I'm at Aldrich in Dark Souls 3 right now, and he's really hard. It's definitely a wall for me right now, so I started venturing off elsewhere to see if I could find anything I missed, or maybe just level up. The shadow will yield only to one with the Eye of Truth, handed down in Kakariko Village. You'll get it eventually. I know I will. I know I will. And it doesn't seem like the toughest wall I've experienced yet. Well, it is the toughest wall in Dark Souls 3, but like it's not the toughest wall overall across any of the games. One who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. See, this is the stuff. This is the stuff where it's like just that smidgen, like you're like, what are they talking about? What is the Hyrule's bloody history? And it's just enough to make your imagination go wild. Why does this one have shiny eyes? Can I bomb it? This one also has shiny eyes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're not bomb walls. Just because. I guess it is just because. What is hidden in the darkness? Tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. Guess what? I can, because I got that lens of truth, baby. Just checking out a clip of some Gunnak gameplay. your type of game, definitely. Oh, here's another dead hand. Oh, I gotta change into my green tunic, by the way. We gotta go classic. There's more than one dead hand. I thought there was more than one dead hand. They gentrified Kakariko and pushed out everyone that wasn't a Hylian to go live in the wilderness. Wait, really? Wait, why are you saying that, Austin? What are you referencing there? Oh, that's their bloody history. Oh, I got it. I got you. That makes sense, actually. No, that is a reasonable theory. Oh, I thought I was more powerful now. I feel like there's something in the manga that tries to explain that as well. It's mostly a joke, but yeah. No, I think it's a reasonable theory. But like but Impa is like renowned for setting up Kakariko. Right? Like they all say that like Kakariko wouldn't exist without Impa, unless Impa was like working against the rest of the Sheikah in that endeavor. Could be. But would she be the Sage of Shadow then? You got the hover boots. With these mysterious boots, you can hover above the ground. The downside, no traction. You can even use these to walk for short periods where there's no solid ground. Be brave and trust in the boots. Trust in the boots. The races / species are definitely more mixed in the newer games. I'm thinking about that. There's not like a lot of Hylians that live with the Gorons and the Zoras. Even with the Sheikah. One who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. Do I have a map? Does it get filled in as I go here? It does. Okay. Yeah, and like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know. They still live really segregated. Oh, I found a Redead. A lone Redead. That in itself is kind of creepy, right? Where's my bow? Why do I only have 5 arrows? Where'd all my arrows go? There's some. Best shooters for you on NES that you've played are Life Force and Gradius 2. This one seems like it will unseat them. Have you ever played any compile games, Optimus? Because, you know, my favorite shoot 'em up that I've ever played is Blazing Lasers for TurboGrafx, and that's also made by Compile. And Gunnak plays exactly the same as that game. Like, it feels like it's the same underlying engine, like the same physics and everything, and systems, just with NES graphics and different stage designs. Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is descent into the deep darkness. Okay, another bird. Like, it's explicitly a bird whose beak plays a role here with the, you know, the dark history of the royal family. Okay, we gotta turn it 180 degrees. Okay, this is something that I brought up on previous streams. So back in the young days of the internet and the Zelda fan site community, I remember specifically people talking about how there's all these birds around the royal family. Like outside of Hyrule Castle, there's like a statue of a bird. There's this bird in the Shadow Temple, and then there's the bird symbol on the Hylian shield. And I remember somebody had like a fake secret dungeon or something where they're like, oh, these birds are here because there's a Sky Temple, and the Sky Temple were like the original people of Hyrule or something like that. And that's basically like what they did in later games. It's so weird. I don't know. I've never heard anybody besides for me like really talk about this. So I don't know if anybody remembers it the way that I do, but I swear that like the fan sites either like read into something that was an idea that the creators of this game had that they like didn't flesh out at all in this game, or that the Zelda team was reading those fan sites and got their ideas for like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword from that specific little speculation. There's a ton of shooters you haven't played. You just started getting back into shooters a little before I met you on Twitch. Yeah, there's a ton that I haven't played too. I mean, there's so many shooters, aren't there? You should give Gunnack a try, obviously, but also you should try Blazing Lasers. Blazing Lasers is so good. Gonna lurk to do some housework. Glad I found your stream this morning. I'm glad you found us too, Jessica. Enjoy the housework. I hope it goes well for you. Thanks for hanging out. It's great to meet you. It's because the owl is the king. Maybe the owl factored into it as well, Claire. I would love to find on like Wayback Machine. I would love to find exactly what I'm talking about here, the Sky Temple stuff. One of these days, I'm gonna sit down and do like deep historical research on all like the Zelda fan sites and try to like catalog all the different like fake secrets that people came up with and all the different timeline theories. I think that would be so cool. Maybe since they worked from the same starting point, maybe. Do you think that the bird design on the Hylian shield was just a random design and you know, they let that random design inspire where they went from there? Oops. I came from the east. No, where did I come? I came from the west. I don't know which way is which at all. For some reason, I feel like I can bomb that. Oh, I was right. Oh, it's locked. Oh, this room, I feel like, always hurts me a lot. Ugh. What does this thing have to say? This wall, it's saying something. It says, if you want to see a fairy to the other world, come here. We're not ready for that yet. Gotta get that last silver rupee. Long shot, where are you? bird heraldry started as just a design element that makes sense. Kingdoms use eagles and lions a lot, and they went with bird. That choice acting as the limitation in later lore exploration. IMO. Yeah, I think that is a perfectly reasonable explanation of it. I just think it's so interesting that, like, you know, they specifically came up with the idea of Sky Temple. And there's other stuff. I feel like there's other stuff that was on the fan sites as, like, here is a fake secret thing you can find in Ocarina of Time if you do all these crazy things. I feel like there's other examples that were used in later games. Especially in Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. That's where I feel like I've seen that stuff the most. You can find Zelda under the truck. Yeah. Exactly, Claire. Alright, first key. It's a nice logical conclusion to bird heraldry having significance, and a fun one that has lots of game design possibilities, which were explored in Skyward Sword and Tears of the Kingdom. True, true. It's weird that they skipped it in Wind Waker. Although, you know, maybe they just didn't think of it yet. Is this the one that says, the ferry to the other world? Well, let's just go. Right here. A Skulltula. It's not up there, right? Okay. It's underneath me. Just looking around to see if I can see the Skulltula, but I don't think I can see it yet. I think I come in from the other side. Try coming from the other side. Designation V, thank you for CRT Cam. We will get CRT Cam up and running. Wind Waker, where the fish digivolved into burbs. Yeah, that did happen in Wind Waker, didn't it? That was a little weird. That was some weirdness to Wind Waker, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna actually take a bathroom break right now. I'm gonna take this opportunity to take a bathroom break, and when I come back, we'll get that CRT cam up and running for Designation V. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright, I'm back. Hello, hello. Designation V has redeemed CRT cam. That's where we take away the nice, crisp capture of the RetroTink and replace it with literally just a camera pointed at the CRT, and it's upside down. We can fix that. There we go. Oh, let's see if I can get it a little better centered in the frame. It's also reversed. Let's fix that. The mirror temple, yeah. Let's fix that. We can fix that one too. There we go. You can see in my daytime stream I've got a little bit of a glare on the CRT. It looks worse on the camera than it does in real life though. Elpmet Wodas. Oh no! Ah! Okay, let's try that again. It's like we're in the Black Lodge in Twin Peaks. Blind's glare we call suburban scan lines. I like it. Sweet nostalgia dose this morning. I'm glad I can provide it to you, Designation. I hope you're doing well. Ugh. This thing is always cutting me. This Grim Reaper stuff. Is there anywhere else that I can go in here? No. Okay. I think we're fine. Online Eric, what's going on? Welcome in. I hope you're having a great morning. Thank you for joining. You're doing swell. Got an easy morning this morning at work, so you can chill and watch you play Ocarina. Nice. Glad to have you here. Okay, where did I come from? I have no idea which direction. I totally lost my sense of direction. Okay. We went the wrong way. Unicycle, welcome in. Oh, snap a CRT. Yes, I have a redeem where we can, you know, for a limited time, replace my nice, beautiful RetroTink capture with literally a camera pointed at my CRT. Look at that beautiful CRT. By the way, this reminds me to tell you guys, somebody has listed on Facebook Marketplace in my area right now a 480p CRT, like a consumer 480p CRT. They call them ED TVs, extra definition TVs. And I am so tempted to go get it. I think that if it's still there, if nobody's buys it today, if it's still there tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get it. It's a 32-inch, I think it's a Panasonic. Oh, extra, that's more, that's like more even, yeah. More definition. Cause like, I would really love to play GameCube games on it. It'd be like the perfect thing for GameCube. Alright, compass, now I can figure out which direction I'm facing when I'm in that room that has like 3 different doors. CRT best. We need CRT always, I agree. Okay, so Claire, I have actually toyed with the idea, only in my head, of investing in like a fancy DSLR camera where you have like really fine control of the shutter speed so that I could always just like replace my capture with just camera pointed at CRT. I've seriously thought about doing that. The thing is that those cameras are pretty expensive, so I haven't pulled the trigger on it. But it's crossed my mind for sure. ED TVs are really nice. Is it an RCA or Panasonic? Panasonic CRTs are really nice. I'm pretty sure it's not RCA. I think it's Panasonic. Are there people out there figuring out how to make new CRTs? Negatron, the thing is, I think there's like one company that still makes new CRTs, and they're basically, you know, they're manufacturing replacement parts for like industrial equipment that relies on CRTs. Definitely not consumer TVs for video gamers. But the thing is, you know, it's such a complex technology that was kind of like built up over like half a decade. And you know, all of the components and all of the pieces, like it's all been, you know, manufacturing that has been wound down, and to spin it back up would require such a big investment. It seems really unlikely that we're gonna we'll get new CRTs anytime soon. I'm too poor for this, sadly. Just put CRT shaders on. That's cool, Claire. So also, I know that in Europe, CRTs are a lot harder to find nowadays than they are in the States. I think Europe in general did a lot better job recycling their electronics. So that's definitely something that I've heard. But I think like the development of the CRT shaders is super important, so we can see a representation that is close to how retro games were kind of designed to be seen. So I think the CRT shaders are super cool. You wish, Optimus? Me too. Okay, do not Google EDTV because you get a very not safe for work movie instead. I'm sorry, Unicycle, but thank you for that PSA. You can Google 480p TV or something like that. I still believe in the idea of an FPGA CRT. So you can buy new driver boards, like from AliExpress. There's factories in China that are still producing new like arcade chassis boards. You can buy those. You just can't buy tubes. It's the tubes that have that are like would be really hard to manufacture. You need like really precision manufacturing for them. And that's basically doesn't exist anymore. Imagining some mad person literally making all the components from scratch. I don't know, Negatron. It would be, I'm not gonna say never, but I can't really imagine it. The shaders are awesome, not gonna lie. I think, you know, what we're gonna see is stuff like the RetroTink 4K get cheaper and cheaper, and as like, you know, modern LCD displays get better and better, like if we see 8K TVs come to popularity, then like the level of fidelity that we can achieve with like the CRT filters will get better and better and become more of a, I don't want to say replacement, but the loss in the experience between looking at an actual CRT versus looking at a, you know, a filter, like a representation on a modern display, will get smaller and smaller. I think we will continue to see that. If you live near Optimus, he'd donate one to you, have too freaking many. You'd have to ship one to Germany, Optimus. Gotta run to lunch soon, you'll be back? Alright, enjoy your lunch, Optimus. Finally, the true justification for 8K, rendering 480p CRT displays. Yeah, it is. That is the true justification. Alright, we're gonna watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Oh, I never look when I actually get the CRT cam started, so we're definitely getting extra CRT cam time, I think. Get out of here. The wall masters also really scared me as a kid. I think they also scared me more than Redeads. I think wall masters are also scarier than Redeads. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I need them, but I usually use the hover boots here. Good thing I don't have a Deku shield. Alright, we got some of this sword-to-sword combat. I love fighting Stalfos in this game because it feels like, you know, sword fighting combat. There we go. We achieved the Souls-like dream of knocking him off the cliff. The irony. Ocarina of Time already scared you a bit, and you're scared. You're scarred for life. What do you think is the scariest thing in Ocarina of Time, Claire? It's definitely Dead Hand for me. The white and bloody guy with like the hands that come up from the ground. Oh, we got an invisible Grim Reaper statue thing. What's up there? Just a bat. We can take care of that. Dead Hand for you two. Yeah, Dead Hand is terrifying. That is pure and utter nightmare fuel. Dead Hand is also like pure Japanese horror, right? Like that's probably one of the reasons that it was so scary to me, is because like I never, well, I guess no, like The Grudge and The Ring were later. Like I never saw like that Japanese style horror before. So it was like something foreign to me. I wonder if you had been exposed to The Grudge before playing Ocarina of Time, if that makes Dead Hand less scary. Because as a child you didn't know what to do, and then he grabs you and you were scared. Yeah. And then the way he looks while he's doing all that, right? It's so scary. Okay, she's turning green here. Let's try this. You'd say Wallmaster still wins for you. The suddenness of getting snagged, especially after an eerie warning from Navi. Wallmaster's definitely scary for that. It felt like someone grabbing you in a dark alley and you were too weak to do anything. Oh, yeah. I don't know if A Song of Time makes fairies appear in these spots or not. I just kind of started playing it because I forgot that I wanted to play the Song of Storms. That C down note is so fast, I miss it sometimes, or it doesn't register sometimes. Oh, I'm not getting anything. What about... It's my Scarecrow song. Is this a Scarecrow spot? Because why is Navi turning green here? It wouldn't make sense to be a Scarecrow spot, but... Okay, it's a mystery. I don't always know why Navi turns green. Because the block would spawn on your face. You just stood too close there because the block would spawn on your face. Oh, is it a Song of Time? I feel like I've... Here, let's try it again then. It is a Song of Time block. Look at that. Does it only exist for those hearts? Is that the only reason it's here? Seems like it. Okay, I think CRT cam time is definitely up now. Thank you again, Designation, for the redeem. We're gonna go back to our nice capture of the S video. Let me grab the camera also. Get it out of my face. It was blocking the screen from you a little bit. I gotta check something on my phone real quick. I'm gonna throw BRB up real quick. Okay. Oh, I forgot to pause and I ran out of magic. Ugh. I'm actually hearing about work. It's not necessarily good. It's that I might get put on the accepted list where I have to work even without getting paid during the shutdown. But the shutdown can't last too much longer, so I don't know if it's gonna matter. I mean, it technically can, I guess, but it would be, you know, I think they're just trying to do something unprecedented. They've already, you know, broken the record for the shutdown, so I feel like the path to reopening the government is a little less blocked right now. Okay, sorry, I'm just responding to that text. Alright, where are we going? They're not calling me to, like, come in right now or anything. It was my boss saying, heads up, this might be a thing. Alright, there's another chest over here? Is it invisible? Where's the lens of truth? I ran out of magic! No! I'm so sad. Kwame, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a great night. Great day. Great night? Is it night for you? I don't know what your time zone is. I'm sorry, Kwame. How's the movie? So I got the day wrong. The movie that is, like, the new movie comes out today, but I watched the final Predator movie that I haven't seen yet. I watched that last night. And that was good. 6 a.m. for you, Saturday morning. Okay, so you are like a day ahead. So that's how it works. You're 3/4 of a day ahead. I feel like I can remember that. You're 75% of a day ahead. Say it out loud enough times and it will work. Are you did you play more Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Have you made any progress? I paused the game a minute ago, and I forgot to. No, I didn't pause the game. I was like, I had to put up the BRB, and I did not pause the game, and I left the Lens of Truth up, and all my magic went away. And now I can't see things with the Lens of Truth, and it's sad. You didn't actually. It's been time of month, so you're pretty dead. Oh, I understand, Kwame. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. Maybe this guy will drop magic for me? No. What about here? Hey Sam, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. Now you must use Lens of Memory. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh, that fairy did heal it. Okay, sweet. I thought I didn't think that those like wingless fairies restore your magic. I was just doing it for kicks. But that actually worked. Let's go open this chest over here now. RTM Havoc, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well. Doing well, thanks. How are you? I'm good, I'm good. I'm very happy to be playing Ocarina of Time today and getting back to it. So, my kids didn't have school Monday or Tuesday this week. And then my normal stream time is Wednesday nights, so I'm keeping up the Wednesday evening streams, and then I don't want to stream Thursday in the morning after streaming Wednesday night because I'm tired. So we're getting back to Ocarina of Time after a week. A week of a break. So have you not had to work because of government shutdown? Yes, Kwame. I'm a federal employee and I'm furloughed. My work has been closed for a month. So that is why I'm doing daytime streams. For more than a month. We're at like 37 days, I think. 38 days? It's one of those. Okay, can I do this quickly? Oh, I thought I still had the boots equipped. Oops. Lousy fairy undermining you. I'm sorry you got undermined by that fairy, Negatron. Doing pretty fantastic today. I'm glad to hear it. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday to you, Kwame. Hey, how many people are affected by the shutdown? Yep, there's a lot of people affected by it. It's not just people that directly work for the government. There's a lot of like people that work indirectly. There's people that benefit from all kinds of government activities that aren't seeing those benefits. I'll tell you, in my job, I work with a lot of students, a lot of graduate students, and you know they've had a lot of things that you know they kind of rely on me to do, and I haven't had access to like my work email. A lot of those things I can do in like a personal capacity, so I've still been able to keep up with that stuff, but there's been a lot of stuff that's just gone unaddressed, stuff that is like, you know, that has to be done in an official capacity. Alright, what's with this cage? I don't remember. Let's try bombing this guy. Bummer, your wife, government essential, so she is she is working, but not getting paid. Kind of feel like she didn't get much deserved forced vacation. Yeah, so we're actually, the shutdown came up in stream because I just got a text from my boss letting me know that I might get put on the accepted workers list. So I might have to go back to work before the shutdown ends without getting paid, which, you know, I don't think the shutdown can last that much longer. I think, you know, things start getting really unstable at this point. Like, flights are getting canceled left and right because there's not enough air traffic controllers. I think what ended the last record-breaking shutdown in 2019 was that TSA employees just stopped showing up for work. Corpocalypse, hello, welcome in. Without pay, yeah. Now they passed a law after the 2019 shutdown. They passed a new law that would guarantee federal employees back pay for the shutdown time. But Trump is threatening to not pay employees still. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? Congrats on being part of a national record. Thank you, Austin. I don't know if this is one that I'm proud to be a part of, but thank you. Only one with the Eye of Truth will find the stone umbrella that protects against the rain of blades. Well, guess what? I have the Eye of Truth. Can you believe it? Alright, and I hear that Skulltula that we heard before. He's probably right behind here. Oh no, this is not that block? This is not that block, it seems. Let's go this way. Man, what a clincher. You were worried you were gonna get stuck at our girlfriend's city earlier this week because of the air traffic control thing. Oh man, getting stuck because of it. That would really suck. But at the same time, I want you guys to know that I fully believe in, you know, there are times, there are unprecedented times where we have to be willing to give up comforts for the benefit of others. And the shutdown sucks, and having to go back to work without pay would also suck, but there is a greater purpose at work here. Like, you know, the budget that gets passed has to be one that benefits the American people and doesn't harm them, right? So I'm, you know, I might, you know, complain about it here, but you know, I think what needs to happen, and I'm perfectly happy to sacrifice my comfort for that. Sitting here sweating about 2 flights you have next week. Oh man, Negtron. I hope that they work out. Hope that your travel goes all according to plan. Your little kitty Eden woke you up to feed her, and now you're awake. Well, welcome to Awake, Kwame. Oh. Okay. I really gotta find this Skulltula. SRA for president. I don't know about that, Eric. I don't know about going that far. Can't go back to sleep because you have to wake up at 7 a.m. anyways. Yeah, that's my 1-year-old has been you know, I think he's still adjusting to the time change, to daylight savings time going away. So he's been waking up super early because of that. Like, I think he's just like, you know, his bedtime is now earlier for him, so. And so he's been waking up super early, and that's been, obviously we've been waking up super early as well because of that. Earlier than usual, I'll say. Okay, so what did I get here? A key? This room is so cool. It is a cool room. Super curious if Thanksgiving is going to be fodder to prove the point. I mean, it might be. I don't know. He ain't trying to do all that. Yeah. Ah, there's the Skulltula. We found him. Daylight savings ending, yes. Just having to adjust to time different with Spectrum and all your US friends. You guys don't do daylight savings time there, Wami? That's nice. It does seem like the reasoning behind why we have daylight savings time is antiquated at this point. We do, but you're in the southern hemisphere, so daylight saving times started here end of September. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that it was different by the hemispheres. You know who else doesn't do daylight savings time? Any of our pets. Okay, so you're in similar boat as me there with the baby. I guess he's more of a toddler now. He's let's see. His birthday is in July. July, August, September, October, November. That's... Oh, he's only 16 months? I thought he was 17 months. This this month. I guess he's only 16 months this month. Is that right? July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, he's 16 months. Okay, what am I doing here? We gotta go back to wherever there was a locked door. But what's... Have I gone this way? Whoa! Okay, we're good. We're good. One's the truth came through for me. Alright, well here's a locked door. Let's just go through this one. Okay, we don't wanna go there. Let's take care of the redeads with the Sun Song. Uh, 16 months, 17 months, before you know it, you're gonna be like, dang it, I thought you turned 18 this year. You moved out, you're only 17. Yeah, he's my third kid. We've got 3, so keeping them all straight sometimes is a little bit of a challenge. But they're, you know, he's definitely the baby of the family. My kids are 9, 6, and 1. But like every time I am like calling their names, I like cycle through all 3 of them before I get to the right one. That's definitely a thing. Like I've definitely heard people that had like a lot of siblings talk about their parents doing that. I only had one brother growing up, so you know, I don't think my parents didn't really like call the wrong name very often, but I hear people from bigger families talk about that all the time, and I'm totally seeing it as from the parent side. Your mom does that? Sames. You've been hit with 78-degree Fahrenheit weather past few days. You've been melting. Oh, that sounds nice to me, Juanmi. It's starting to cool off over here. It was this morning. It was in the 30s over here, which is pretty cold for where I am. Let's see. Can we go this way to get this one? Ah, missed it. There we go. Your mom used to cycle through all your siblings and our cat before she got to your name. That's funny, Sam. She just cycles until she says the right name. Sounds nice, but damn, the UV index is like burn. Oh man. Yeah, 78 can be really hot depending on how sunny it is, for sure. Ah, the target was invisible. Oh, I don't have a key? Wait, what did getting all the rupees do here? Did that just open the door behind me? Oh, it opened the door to the side. Look at that spooky, scary skull. So on Wednesday night, I played through Mega Man X on stream, and that was a lot of fun. That's a childhood favorite of mine as well. I do a mix between playing games for the first time and playing games that I'm familiar with on stream. I guess, let's see, what games did I play recently? I played Echo Knight, that was the first playthrough. I played Star Tropics, which was the first playthrough. I played Final Fantasy IV, which is my first playthrough of the Super Nintendo version. I had played the PSP version in the past. Yeah, there's a key. Ocarina of Time. This is my #1 favorite video game ever. This is not first playthrough of this game. think it's fun to mix it up between new, old experiences and familiar ones. Star Tropics is a lot of fun. Never finished it though. Sam, when I started Star Tropics on stream, I had played it on the Wii Virtual Console back in the day, and for some reason I thought that I had gotten a lot further in it than I ever did. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I played this game a bit on Wii, but I never finished it. I'm pretty sure I didn't beat the first dungeon on Wii. But Star Tropics was awesome. You know, that's probably gonna be one of the highlights of the year for me. Last year I named a game as the new to me retro game of the year, and it was Echo the Dolphin. And I think I'll have to do that again for 2025. And Star Tropics is definitely in the running. Star Tropics might be in the lead right now. You saw Jacob's Ladder finally. Pretty cool jump scares. There's jump scares in Jacob's Ladder. There's also just like, you know, the psychological aspect of it, which I really love. That's awesome that you watched it. Did you enjoy it overall? Did it blow your mind in any way? Loved Star Tropics as a kid. Never did manage to beat that. Hopefully that's something you could tackle soon after Dawsember. You're doing Dawsember RTM. I've never participated in Dawsember. I've always been more of a console gamer, and that's definitely, you know, what I mostly do on stream is retro console games. But I definitely have an interest in retro PC games, and there's a couple games that I've always wanted to play. One of them is Alone in the Dark. So if I do participate in Dawsember, I'll probably be playing Alone in the Dark, and that will be a first playthrough of that. The music in Star Tropics is up there with Journey to Silius for you. The music in Star Tropics is so good. Journey to Silius is another game that I played on stream as a first playthrough pretty recently this year. Journey to Silius was really, really good too. Have your brother's old cartridge for Star Tropics and Star Tropics 2. Want to play through them both eventually? Yeah, I also really want to play through Star Tropics 2. My brother had Star Tropics 2 when we were kids. He still has that. He still has all his NES games. He has some rare ones in there because, you know, he got the NES, like that was his console, and he got it after I got the Super NES. So it was like really late in the game for NES, and of course there's a lot of interesting games that got released post Super Nintendo for the NES. And he's got like a lot of the big ones, like Kirby's Adventure. I think he has DuckTales 2. He has Swamp Thing, which I don't know if that's considered a good game actually. All I really know about it is that it's super valuable now. But Star Tropics 2 also is one that he has. You are indeed doing it. You also organize. Oh, you're one of the organizers? That's very cool, RTM. Very, very cool. Well, thank you for helping organize such cool events. Yeah, I'm considering playing Alone in the Dark in December for Dawsember. The ending was cool. You liked the part when he was getting wheeled into the hospital, mumbling crazy stuff. They were like, "Where's your wallet?" And he just has to go, "Santa Claus stole it." I did not remember that detail about Jacob's Ladder, but that's a funny one. Okay, there's a chest over here. That's awesome. Very nice. My pleasure. You love Alone in the Dark. Yeah, I really love Resident Evil, especially the old school Resident Evil games, like basically like Resident Evil 1 through RE0 are my favorites of the series. And for many, many years, I've known Alone in the Dark to be kind of like one of the influences and reference points for Resident Evil 1. And I've played a lot of the other. There's basically like 3 games that people always bring up as, you know, here is what led to Resident Evil. There's Sweet Home on the Famicom. I've played that. There's Clock Tower. I've played that, but not fully. I've only gotten like a few of the endings of Clock Tower, and kind of like the idea behind Clock Tower is you go through it again and again, and like you get all these different endings. So I have more Clock Tower to play. And then Alone in the Dark is the third one, which I have not ever played at all. I've watched a lot of gameplay of it, but I've never picked it up myself. Hope you watched the right Jacob's Ladder. I think there's only one Jacob's Ladder. I mean, what you described definitely sounds like a scene from Jacob's Ladder. I just didn't remember the specific "Where's your wallet? Santa Claus stole it" dialogue. Did I play the Sun Song here? There we go. We can use a heal. What did I get from this place? There's chests over here. Where's the iron boots? Do I need the iron boots here? Probably. Let's just check with the compass. What was that room? Okay. I think we're good. I don't remember what I just got in that chest, but it was something. I did get something. See, so yeah, on Wednesday night I played through Mega Man X, and I think the plan is going to be to play X2 and X3 next on Wednesday nights. Or whenever my nighttime streams will be. Also, if I do go back to work before finishing Ocarina of Time, I am going to move Ocarina of Time to the evening streams so that we can fully finish this playthrough. So that's what's coming up in the near future for me as far as what games to stream. Alright, let's see. Did I go everywhere I need to go from here? I want to go north. Wait, this is north. I did not go everywhere I needed to go, or I didn't find everything I need to find. Let's try that again. You somehow entirely missed out on Mega Man growing up. That's one series you want to try out eventually? Oh, you totally should, Sam. I don't know how you feel about, like, you know, quote-unquote Nintendo hard games. For me, I played the Mega Man games plenty throughout my life, but I always felt like they were really, really hard and never made a lot of progress in them, except for Mega Man X. Mega Man X I did beat as a teenager, but even as a kid, it was like I never made a lot of progress in it. There was only like a couple of bosses I could beat. But then, as an adult, really it was the experience of sitting down with Castlevania, and I was like, I'm gonna play this game and just bang my head against it until I can beat it. And after I had that experience, it kind of like unlocked something for me. Like, I went back and played Mega Man after that, like Mega Man 1, and I was like, okay, I did this with Castlevania, I could do it here, I can do it again. And actually, like, I just immediately breezed through Mega Man. It was like not even a big deal. Okay, this is what I gotta do here. I remember this. So I believe you can do it if you've avoided them because you think they're hard. Maybe that's not the reason. Maybe it's just been happenstance. You're scared to play Ocarina of Time, Huami? Ocarina of Time has some scariness to it. It's true. I don't blame you. Does Sun Song work on mummies? On Gibdos? I don't remember. You know what probably works is Din's Fire, though. Mega Man now GG easy after Castlevania? That's true. Hailfire, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. While they're burning, I don't know if they're taking damage while they're burning. Presumably. There we go. I feel like you will die a ton, but you're pretty patient with games and dying a lot. Souls games and Celeste did a lot for you, not raging at games anymore. Nice. Yeah, I think... So, I bring this up on stream a lot, especially because right now I've been playing through the Souls games for the first time. But one of the things that made me interested in, specifically in Dark Souls 1 when it first came out, is I saw a lot of discourse online of people comparing it to retro games. And like specifically the experience of like dying over and over again and like needing to, you know, actually get good at it to progress. And I had experienced this like decline in the difficulty of games, especially during like the Xbox 360, PS3 era. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, I had experienced this like decline in difficulty of games in general. And I've always been like very nostalgic for you know, especially like the 16 and 8-bit eras. Okay, where's this Skulltula? We gotta find him now. But let me finish this thought here. You used to rage at games a lot, then you played Escape from Tarkov and you learned your zen. Now you're unfazed by losing in games or getting a game over. Nice, RTM. I never played that game, Escape from Tarkov. I think that kind of like came out after I was kind of over like the multiplayer kind of experience like that. But I played DayZ, actually. DayZ, very different from anything I play on stream, but I really loved DayZ. I think Escape from Tarkov kind of has like a lineage with DayZ, if I'm right. Sora, your first ever Zelda game on original hardware. Love to see it. Sora, it's also my first ever Zelda game. I played it when it first came out. I was 10. I was like the perfect age to get into Zelda, and I just got like absorbed fully into Ocarina of Time, especially. But then I went and played all the Zelda games that came out until that point, and those first 5 games are so special to me. I intentionally seek difficult games these days. Well, Corpocalypse, have you ever played Contra 3? That might be the hardest game that I've ever beaten. Kwame, thank you for the 3-stream streak. Gotta do what? Gotta believe. Do. Thank you for believing, Kwame. Basically die and you lose all your gear in it. That was something. Yeah, that's how DayZ is also. So yeah, I definitely think that there is a lineage between those 2 games. I think you've only played Internet Flash Contra clones. Alright, Corpocalypse, the hardest game that I have ever beaten. There's 2 candidates for it. It's either Contra 3 or Super R-Type. So if you specifically seek out hard games, those are my recommendations for you. Look, I have a channel point redeemed for that. I just gave it away for free. For a personalized game recommendation. Okay, what I was gonna say about Dark Souls is, yeah, I remember when it came out, people were likening it back to retro games. They're like, this is a return to what video games used to be like, and that was so exciting to me. But that also happened during my kind of like PC gaming only phase. And so it didn't come out for PC right away, and then the port came out, and the first PC port of Dark Souls 1 was very heavily panned for having all kinds of like bad PC port issues. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna skip this. And kind of like the allure of it was also kind of like past by the time it came to PC. So I missed out on the initial wave of Dark Souls. And then I played Elden Ring. And I liked Elden Ring at first, but it way overstayed its welcome. And now I'm going through the FromSoft Souls games in release order. I'm doing that off stream now, and I'm really enjoying them. I'm seeing what people said about them back then, how similar they are to retro games. Dark Souls 1 maybe is a retro game now, depending on your personal definition. Demon Souls certainly is. Yeah, I'm having a lot of enjoyment from that. You recently replayed Majora's Mask on your original N64, and that was a fun revisit. Very nice, Sora. Yeah, I also love Majora's Mask. It's been a while since I've replayed Majora's Mask. I might do that pretty soon here as well. Still need to play DS1 eventually. DS1 is probably my second favorite after Demon Souls. Like up until Dark Souls 3, I think my ranking of them would be in release order from Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne. And then now I'm in the midst of Dark Souls 3 right now, and I think I like it better than Bloodborne, but we'll see. And it's not that Bloodborne was bad, it's just that it's like the least good for me. The sense that I got from Bloodborne, it was like it's got a lot more like mass appeal built into it, whereas you know those first 3 games, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 and 2, really are more like, you know, there's more artistry behind them. There's more like somebody was trying to say something with these games, whereas Bloodborne, it's a little more like this is a commercial product. This is something that we want gamers to buy. Now it's not like, you know, it's not like Call of Duty or anything, obviously, but it's just a little bit further in that direction, which is why I preferred the earlier ones. You have the gold cart with a holographic 3D sticker. Nice, or that's what I have for Majora's Mask too. My Ocarina of Time is sadly a gray cart, but it is my original cart. I would love to someday own like a complete in-box copy of the collector's edition of Ocarina of Time. It's getting more and more expensive as time goes on, though, so I don't know. But you know, every time I see it at, like, you know, I go to retro game expos a couple times a year, and every time I see it, I'm like, is today the day that I splurge on something like that? But hasn't happened yet. You've only played through Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne. Enjoyed them both a lot. Very cool, Sam. Yeah, they're both very good. I love the story in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2, for me, definitely has the best storyline out of the ones I've played so far. You know, the story with, like, King Vendrick. I don't know if you remember it. Like, also, the story is told, like, super indirectly, so you might not, like, pick up on it a ton. But, like, King Vendrick and his wife, that story is so cool. I love it so much. Sadly, with Ocarina, you only have the 1.2 cart, but you used to have the gold cart for it. You had, yeah. I really want to kill the last boss and see the red blood in Ocarina of Time. That's fair. Your redeem. Did I miss your redeem, Huami? What was your redeem? Oh, scan lines. Okay, sorry, Huami. I got to talking about stuff. Look. The game has been paused for most of this time anyways. We'll get some scan lines for you, Huami. I've never been to Portland Retro Game Expo, RTM. I would love to go someday. I'm on the East Coast, though. The big one that I've been to is Long Island Retro Expo. Long Island Retro Expo is amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to that, I cannot recommend it enough. But someday I will make the trip out to Portland, because I hear that's kind of like, that is the big one. Just Elden Ring for you and some of Bloodborne. One N64 game you'd love to own for your original N64 is first Paper Mario. It's the only one you don't have a physical copy of. I still have my original copy of Paper Mario, and believe it or not, that came out after I decided I was going to save all the boxes to my N64 game. So I have my copy of Paper Mario complete in box, which I'm very happy about. Paper Mario was one of the first games that I ever pre-ordered, actually. Because I loved Super Mario RPG so much, and Paper Mario was the follow-up to Super Mario RPG, and it, you know, it didn't live up to Super Mario RPG for me. I only played all the way through Paper Mario when it first came out, I've never replayed it all the way through. I definitely would like to do that someday, and see if my my feelings about it change in 25 years later. So maybe we'll do that eventually. The story is really neat. One day you want to listen to a lore video because the plot is kind of spread out, so you feel like you miss / forget stuff, but what you remember was cool. Yeah, I love it. Cool. Yeah, you're just north of Portland. Very nice. Lucky. Can I ask, what is your favorite game on the Super Nintendo? My favorite game on the Super Nintendo is probably A Link to the Past, Swami. I'm sorry for the boring answer. But I will do better than that. I will give you several, and they're all going to be boring answers. A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country 1 through 3, Super Metroid, Mega Man X, Final Fantasy 3, Super Mario RPG. Those are like the space robot arm canon for Super Nintendo. You own every other Paper Mario game? That's really cool. If you've never played it, recommend Thousand Year Door. That's your all-time favorite Mario RPG. I have not played Thousand Year Door, actually. I actually haven't. Hey, thank you for the follow. There's a link to. Speaking of A Link to the Past, A Link to the Past is great. These are all great games. That's not boring answers. Feel like that's all the good ones. Well, I just mean boring because like they're everybody's favorites. There's a reason that they're everybody's favorites, but same reason applies to me. I don't have any hot takes. All right, Huami, we got scan lines up for you. What am I doing on this? There we go. Gotta run off and shower, have a follow. It was really nice to meet you all. Thank you for the follow, Artyom, and thank you for, yeah, it was nice to meet you too. Hope to see you again real soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, I mean, if it's a good game, it's a good game. That's true. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer that there is a reason that things have the, the pedigree that they do, the popularity that they do. I actually get like a little annoyed when I see people that are just being like contrarians and saying like, oh, Ocarina of Time was never good, or N64 games have aged so poorly. That's kind of like a pet peeve of mine, is like the contrarian take about, especially about video games. But it applies to everything too. Did I ever find that Skulltula that was on the other side of this? I think we gotta go back the way we came eventually on the ship, right? So we can go back and find that Skulltula. A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, DKC2, and Aladdin are your favorite SNES games, I think. Those are cool picks, Sam. Aladdin is a little bit of a less common pick, but still widely considered a very good game. I think DKC3 might actually be my, if there is a hot take amongst mine, it's DKC3. Link, the ship is sinking. Abandon ship. Get to a safe platform. Your text box is in the way. I can't. I couldn't see what was happening because the text box was in my way. But, hey, I can find the Skulltula, which I totally missed out on. Get louder? It does get a little louder when I come up here. Where is the Skulltula? It's gotta be like right underneath where I am right now. I don't think this is a bombable wall, but let's try it. Let me start hearing it over here. Missing the jump off the ship worked out so that I can find the Skulltula. I love Ocarina of Time, but personally I felt the other 3D Zelda games were better. Majora's Mask being your favorite Zelda game. It's a valid take, Sora. I think they didn't reach, for me personally, this is also kind of like, I don't hear anybody quite say the same, give the same take as this. For me personally, the first 5 Zelda games were so special. Like, so Zelda 1, Zelda 2, A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, and Ocarina of Time. Probably because of the age that I was when I discovered them, that definitely factors into it. But for me, nothing really lived up to those first 5 until Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like, those are the first Zelda games since Ocarina of Time that made me feel the way that the first 5 games made me feel. Just like the world is like big and full of mysteries, and there's something to discover around every corner. Like, I feel like the Zelda games got much more like streamlined and on rails after Ocarina of Time, and for me that was a little bit of a detriment. I still enjoy every single Zelda game. Let's see, do I want to qualify that at all? The one kind of like mainline console Zelda game that I feel is weaker is Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is the only one that it took me a long time to come around on. Like, Skyward Sword is the only mainline Zelda game that I gave up on when it initially came out. Like, I didn't beat it until it came out on the Switch. Let's see. Stellar, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. So you gravitate toward darker stories, though. That's cool. The darkness of the Majora's Mask story is really amazing. I do really love how, like, the tone of Majora's Mask. Good morning, Space Robot. How's it going today, dude? It's going great, Stellar. How are you? I'm excited to be here playing Ocarina of Time, my #1 favorite video game. Link's Awakening is definitely special. Oh, Link's Awakening is so special. So special. I'm an adult getting to experience all these games for the first time. That's very cool, Huami. Experiencing games for the first time is awesome, no matter when you do it. The only game memories you have from when you were younger was like Mario 64 and then some PS1, PS2 games. You just experienced Link to the Past for the first time this year. It was confusing and cryptic, but in good ways. Yeah, I love Link to the Past. That's now it's hard for me with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I feel like my, kind of like the nostalgia factor makes it really hard for me to say that they're better than the older games when I rank them. But like, I think that right now my ranking is like, okay, I guess I'm gonna give top 7. This is my top 7 Zelda game ranking. It's Ocarina of Time, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Zelda 1, Zelda 2. Those are my tops. And then Twilight Princess would be next if we're gonna do top 8. But there's a big margin between Zelda 2 and Twilight Princess. Like, Twilight Princess is I love it. There's so much to love about it, but it's missing for me the magic, which probably that magic is I played it when I was 10, right? But for me that magic isn't quite there for Twilight Princess to like put it on the same tier. Like, if I was making a tier list, those 7 would be S, Twilight Princess would be A. Where am I in chat? There's chat to catch up on. Garfishy, welcome in. Hello. Superman 64, hands down the best N64 games. That is a take. I think that you're being sarcastic. Welcome in. I would say that Superman for Nintendo 64 is the #1 worst video game I've ever played, actually. Okay, I gotta really scroll up on chat here. Oh goodness, what did I do? I made chat bigger. I'm trying to use my touchpad to scroll up on chat. I better do it with the mouse. Okay, I gotta find where I was. Personally, you hated Zelda 2. That game frustrated you. You're not alone with that feeling. Really enjoyed the Oracle games. The Oracle games are good, but they're missing a special something for me. Like, they're all good. They're all good. but some of them are more magical than others for me personally. Yeah, sorry, you're not alone in not liking Zelda 2, and I would say that Zelda 2 is the #1 most underrated video game ever made, because your experience of it is like so common, basically. I mean, a lot of the issues I think with a lot of, like, especially NES, but as the history of games progresses and games get bigger and bigger budgets and become more and more homogenized, I think something that happens, and I'm not saying this is why you don't like Zelda 2. Your opinion about Zelda 2 is perfectly valid, but as game design becomes more and more homogenized, it becomes harder and harder for people to go back to a time when every game was unique and different, and it's harder to be able to play a game the way the game wants to be played rather than the way that you're expecting it to play. And I think that is an issue that people have with Zelda 2. They want it to be like A Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, right? But it is not. It's different. I think it's very beautiful in its differences. Now, this is just kind of like my personal speculation and observation, so there's no science here. But that is something that I've thought for a while. Let's see, Huami, you played it for the first time last year. Not for everyone, that's for sure. Dude, just finding the area for the 6th dungeon in Dark World took you hours. Oh man, I don't remember off the top of my head what it's like. That's true. Going well here, thanks. Glad to hear you're doing good too. Glad to hear it, Stellar. Link's Awakening is so good, but you're definitely not the only one that feels that way. Need to play Link's Awakening at some point? You sure do, Huami. I agree. It's rare that you find anyone who likes it. It's becoming a little less. Maybe it's just like the circles of people that I've been talking to lately. As you go, maybe if you go deeper into the retro gaming community, there's more and more people that like it compared to like the general Zelda community. I don't know. Optimus, welcome back. Link to the Past after the Switch titles. I've already streamed. Oh wait, are you talking? Oh, my ranking. Yeah, Huami, I think the Switch titles are that good. I think if I didn't have like such a special childhood experience with Ocarina of Time, if I was to somehow put aside all my life experiences and be like purely objective, whatever that means, I might say that the Switch titles are the best games ever made. Let's see. Gave the contractor final check, bought him lunch, and had a great convo. Room just needs carpet now. Very nice, Optimus. Are you closing in on the final steps then? Once the carpet's in, or is it all done? You ready to move back into your room? Sadly, there might be worse N64 games than Superman 64. What do you think they are, Stellar? I want to hear. I love Twilight Princess, but I feel like the main villain was retconned into the story. Yeah, maybe. A lot of games have, especially a lot of games of like long-running franchises, have kind of an issue where the main villain shows up like out of nowhere. Zelda 2 is really underrated, gets a lot of hate. Yeah, Garfishy, I agree. Maybe you should play Zelda 2 while you've only got one Zelda game under your belt. I don't know, Huami. Play Zelda. If you can beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts, play Zelda 2. Zelda 2 is also pretty difficult. It's true, the same with music. Every Megadeth fan wants there to be a Rust in Peace 2, but the fact is it will never happen. So moving forward and expecting every album to be that is only setting yourself up for disappointment. Stellar. I don't know if I'd go to see Megadeth live except for this fact that they are playing with Iron Maiden like a year from now. In a place that's pretty close to me, and I have missed out on seeing Iron Maiden like 2 or 3 times over the years. They've come to my area and I haven't been able to go, and they are getting up there in age, so I think I have to go to this show mainly to see Iron Maiden, but Megadeth is also there. I love Zelda 2, except when the dinos are on the fence throwing rocks at you. I even love that part, Eric. It's possible to get good at that part, and then once you get good at it, it feels so good to dodge all their rocks. Point is, do not compare too much. It can be fun, but it can be toxic to oneself too. Yes, for sure, Stellar. Very wise words. Bowser Big Bean Burrito, welcome in. If you like Zelda 2, that's great. My issues with it are actually not quite the same as others. You like the idea of going for with being an RPG. Don't mind the 2D side scrolling. It just felt it was unnecessarily frustrating, and the RPG elements didn't really do much for it. Loved its ideas, but they weren't executed well. Granted, it wasn't early NES game, but still, it's a valid take. Once carpet is in, you can move back in. You're gonna consolidate before moving back in, so it's not so cluttered. Very good, very good. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is your training for Zelda 2. After Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Zelda 2 will be a cakewalk. A lot of people say that Zelda 2 is very hard, but it'll be a cakewalk if you can beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Holy crap, that would be a good show. They might be coming near you, Stellar Death. You should look. You should look. Mortal Kombat Mythologies might be worse than Superman 64. I've played both. I still say Superman 64. I still say Superman 64. Please go see Iron Maiden. You saw them a few years ago with Ghost. Such an incredible show. Eric, I was actually talking to somebody last weekend who saw that tour. Who saw them with Ghost, and they were talking about it. Maiden is such a good show. It's true. They played for 3 hours straight. Yeah, I mean, I've like watched lots of live videos of Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden is one of my favorite bands of all time. Like they're incredibly foundational to me. Superman 64 is not great. Okay, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom, and when I come back, we'll continue. Did I find the Skulltula? I forgot what I'm doing. Am I still looking for that same Skulltula? We were chatting for a little while. I lost track. But anyways, BRB. You can turn scan lines off now. I'll turn them off when we get back. You can have them while I'm on the BRB screen. You didn't find it. Okay, thank you, Sora. Maybe we'll find it when I come back. Or maybe we'll look in the player's guide again. I've got the player's guide right next to me. Okay, BRB. All right, hello, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go chat with the wife and get a little snack as well, but we are here. I've got the player's guide over here. Let's find this Skulltula. Miss player's guides. Heck, you miss manuals. Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 game cases intimidate you with the fact that the cases have a manual slot that's just empty. Me too, Sora. I miss manuals so much. Manuals were awesome. Okay, since maybe not everyone was here when we looked at this last time, I want to point out this. I want to read this one thing that's in the player's guide. We were talking about the Zelda timeline. And the Ocarina of Time Player's Guide has this section where it gives you like recaps of all the games, and this paragraph says like everything that I think is cool about the links between the Zelda games. Much of Hylian lore has faded with the passing of years, but one story that still shines bright is The Legend of Zelda. This is no simple tale, but an incredible tapestry woven of many years and many wondrous adventures. One odd thing about the legend is that it doesn't seem to have been written in chronological order, and scholars still disagree about which events came first. We will therefore recount the legend as it was set down in the ancient scrolls and let you decide for yourself. Hear now the saga of Link and Zelda, the greatest heroes Hyrule has ever known. It is saying right there that you should go and argue about the timeline on the internet with people. I just love that. That's why I think like the timeline stuff is cool. And I think the official timeline is crap. I don't like it. I think they never should have released it. Thank you for the welcome back, by the way. Alright, Shadow Temple. Let's see if we can find where this Skulltula is. You like the way they set that up? Me too, I love it. Okay, we're right over here. Oh, there's a scarecrow around here. Okay, so it's 11. Let's see. Let's read this. A little traveling music. Link boarded the spectral ship. The board's creaking beneath its weight. Okay, this just tells you how to get the ship moving. What about 10? Invisible treasure. The room filled with a putrid stench, and the key to the door was nowhere to be found. The lens of truth betrayed nothing. Link looked at the pile of refuse in the corner, barely able to discern the outline of something hidden in the garbage. Link used a bomb. Okay, we did that already. So there's a scarecrow over here. Maybe I gotta play the scarecrow song somewhere around there. And then the Skulltula is right next to scarecrow. Let's try that. Let's look around for scarecrow. All right, and we will take off our scan lines, but thank you, Huami, for that redeem. Yeah, I love sharing like physical media like that on stream. I love looking at a player's guide or a manual or an old magazine from time to time. We do that. Also, thank you for the follow or while I was AFK. All right. Here's our scarecrow song. Probably should have made another cup of coffee while I was away. Can I reach him from here? I sure can. See, the scarecrows are something that that's like one thing in this game that I've never, you know, I never like understood exactly how they work, like, because you have to play the song like a couple different times to like set it up correctly, and even on this playthrough, the first time I was at a scarecrow spot, it didn't work, and I was like, what's going on here? Hey, Sorloose, welcome in. How's it going? How's Ocarina going? You have yet to actually play this or Majora's Mask. Sorloose, this is the greatest video game ever made, and you should play it. This is just my opinion, but I firmly believe it. And it's going great. How are you? GG, thank you, Sam. You're only familiar with Scarecrow locations because of randomizers, but setting up the song in vanilla still messes you up. Yeah, I think you were here when I was very confused about it, Sam, right? It's going well. I just got your first session of Final Fantasy VI in today. It's probably been a couple decades since you beat it. Very cool. I have only played through Final Fantasy VI one time, actually, and it was in 2010, I think. But it was really, really great. I think it's one of the top 3 Final Fantasy games for me. I'm definitely due for a replay, for sure. It's been 15 years. Thank you for the 3-stream watch streak. You were there that day, yeah. Managed to figure out how they work after a while. It's complicated. It's like the one thing that I haven't done a lot of. I don't think I've ever gotten all the Skulltulas because I never, like, found the Scarecrows correctly. Okay. We'll jump off ahead of time now so that the ship doesn't sink with us. This time around, you're working towards getting as many achievements as you can for retro achievements. Oh, that's cool. I've never really looked too deeply into retro achievements, but I think it's a cool thing. I do know one thing about retro achievements, that there is like there's a device you can get that sits between an NES cartridge and the console, kind of like a Game Genie, that can connect to the internet, and you can get NES retro achievements on original hardware. I think that's pretty neat. That's wild, didn't know that. You want that? You 100%ed this game too many times. Yeah, I don't think I've ever 100%ed. It would be great to do it on this playthrough. I would love to do that. Okay, which way did I come from? Which way do we need to go? Something, something, Cotton Eye Joe. Because you love playing on original hardware? Yeah, me too. Same here. There's that last one. The retro achievements is what ended up steering you into emulating. You solved 100% on original hardware, GameCube, 3DS, and on native PC port. Very nice. That's awesome. I aspire to that. Multiple times over the years, yeah. Garfish, you almost did, but getting all the Skulltulas really isn't worth it. I mean, if you're doing it for the bragging rights to say that you've done it, right? If it's whether you find that worth it or not. Not any kind of reward that they could possibly give you in the game, right? It's for the personal satisfaction. The player's guide definitely has all the Skulltula locations, so definitely possible for me. I have the technology. Okay, what is this room about? Let's go find out. I hear scary noises. Sounds like something's gonna fall from the ceiling on me. Speaking of Skulltulas, guessing I probably gotta break all of these. Fun fact about the boat, if you stand at the back of it, in the center, the Stalfos can't hit you and will eventually fall off the boat. That's funny. I've never used that approach before. I think I already found the Skulltula. I think that was what the chime was, but... What? Come on, that should have blown up. I'm doing this for completeness sake. Monies. It's a rainbow of rupees. Oh, the Skulltula was not inside anything. He's just chilling on the wall. It's pretty funny watching them try to hit you and just fall. How did that not blow up? I think it was like a frame too late, probably. That's what it seemed like. Okay, where have I not been? South? North. Here we go. Alright, that looks like it can burn up. Pretty sure that this is what I do here. Now this reminds me, I didn't pick up the fire arrows yet. We gotta do that. I was in a rush to get into the well because I was streaming it on Halloween, and I was like, we gotta do the scary stuff on Halloween. So I didn't stop to get the fire arrows. We'll have to do that right after the dungeon. Is it just me, or does this Redead look smaller than usual? Was that like a child Redead? That's creepy. Need to focus on work, so you're gonna lurk. Good luck with the rest of the Shadow Temple. Sam, thank you for leaving the lurk. Good luck on work, and hope to see you again soon. Alright, boss key is mine. There's totally a door early on that I didn't go through. We're gonna have to go back and do it. I've got an extra key. I don't want to have an extra key. What's the way out of here? East. Okay. If I remember correctly, I need a long shot to get across here. No, I'm remembering. Oh my god, do I need the fire arrows? Maybe I need the fire arrows, unless I can do something snazzy with a bomb chew. Or maybe a regular arrow will work. Regular arrows work. Okay. Like me some arrows. Let's see. Usually there's a fairy right before all the boss rooms. Oh, I bet this is a Song of Time. My last little sip of coffee. Means I need to go make more. Next break. Okay, that's gotta be a scarecrow spot. Look at that. I'm becoming a pro at the scarecrow stuff. Well, there are hearts up here, but that's okay. mind. I guess I don't have an extra key. I guess I imagined that. Isn't it interesting how the little, like, glowing light beneath the hover boots doesn't show through the lens of truth? What does that mean? Wait, it showed that time. Interesting. Oh! Down we go. Means truth is relative. That's deep, Negatron. Dark implications. Phantom Shadow Beast. Bongo Bongo. Alright, I think I use arrows. For some reason, I want to say bombs are a thing that I equipped for this, but I don't really think so. It's a cool boss fight here. It sure is. Have you played through Ocarina of Time, Stellar? Love how this boss is common in Zelda, Mario, and maybe a few other places in games. Mega Man X? Kinda. Like, just a boss where there's giant hands that are disconnected from the rest of the body. It's so common. Back when it was newer, not as an adult. Do you have a way to stream N64, Stellar? It would be a cool stream for sure if you played it on stream. There's always disembodied hands. Yeah, we were talking about that when I was playing Mega Man X the other night. Because the last boss in Mega Man X also has the disembodied hands. What am I doing here? Oh my lord. Get up there, Link. Maybe I should unequip the hover boots. Maybe hover boots are not doing me any favors here. Not yet. There are definitely a couple games you wouldn't mind going through live. Yeah, I think there's a lot for N64 that would be really cool for you to do on stream, I think. Okay, I have fairies, right? We got 2. Maybe I should read what the player's guide says. There we go. Sorry for beeping. Okay, fairy trigger. Save me. This sure is a long animation for taking only half a heart from me. Oh, I still get full health from the fairies. Just change phases, maybe? Got him. Bongo time. Spec, welcome in. How's it going? You're just in time for bongo time. Thanks for the GG. Oh, here we can see that this was the shadow creature that came out of the well. We were talking earlier during like the cutscene in Kakariko Village about you know, is that shadow thing Bongo Bongo? I think that proves that it is right there. Alright, level up. They've been waiting a few years. Bongo Bongo, waiting a few years to come out of the well? Is that what you mean? Or to play bongos. Bongo Bongo is waiting to play his bongos. You think so, at least? The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule for from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When last I saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. You receive the Shadow Medallion. Impa awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Please look out for the princess. I expect that Bongo Bongo leaves the well in the adult era. Whenever you hear bongos, you immediately think of Donkey Konga now. The word bongos, that is. Not actually hearing bongos played. I've never played either of the DK bongo games. I feel like I'm missing out. Alright. Here we are. How are we on Skulltulas? Are we ready for another reward? I don't remember if I got one for 40. Let's go. Let's go visit the Skulltula house. See what's up over there. Actually, did I ever go up here? Pretty sure I did. We've definitely got to go get the fire arrows. That's for sure. Does this guy over here say anything different now? A long time ago, there was a man in this very village who had an eye they say could see the truth. Now usually you have to train your mind's eye most strenuously to actually see the truth. But this fella, no. They say he had a different way of doing things. His house stood where the well is now. You have an old video of you and your daughter playing Donkey Konga on TikTok, so badly edited. That sounds fun. Suck at phone editing, anything. Editing videos on a phone is terrible. I don't blame you. Is this guy newly freed? The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. Bomb choose, thank you. Not the most exciting reward I've gotten from these guys. Alright. Let us continue. I don't know how people make whole minute-long movie quality videos on TikTok, they probably don't use the app. They probably edit it on a desktop computer. That's my guess. I think I already went in this grotto, but I just felt it vibrate, so we gotta go down here just to make sure. Oh yeah, that chest is open. Okay, let's go get those fire arrows. I don't have them, right? Yeah, I don't have them. And then what else can we do? I can... How many beans? Do I have beans? I can go buy more beans as a kid. Let's see. What's the... No. There we go. I haven't gone fishing yet either. Oh yeah, that's right. I ran out of arrows. That's why I couldn't get it. Is your sword and shield behind you? It is. It's over there, just off camera. Here's the... I can grab the shield. It's hard to take the sword out. For my birthday this year, a bunch of community members chipped in and commissioned a Hylian shield and master sword for me. And it hangs on the wall here right next to me. It's very cool. Have to get going now. You're off to see one of your besties. Been nice to hang out. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Kwame. Enjoy your time with your bestie. Hope to see you again real soon. Glad you like your gift. Thank you, Kwame. Yay, shiny. I love the look of the fire arrows. I love like the transparent polygonal shapes in this game. It's very satisfying to look at. At Retro Game Con, they had some weapons made from wood there too. They were really nice, but pricey. Yeah, I've probably seen those at other conventions. You got the fire arrows. Your arrows will be powered up. If you hit your target, it will catch fire. Sweet. Oh, I guess I want to be a kid and go buy all the beans. That's what I want to do. Ooh, I should gallop across Hyrule Field so I could get all the pose. That's another thing we need to do that we could do now. Maybe after buying beans, I will go collect pose. Oh, we can do the treasure chest shop with the Lens of Truth. Also, that's huge. Let's go do that. I don't know about other stuff that I can do with Lens of Truth and hover boots. Or long shot. We didn't do very much in between the water temple and going to the well. Well, there's probably other stuff to find. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, open tonight. Okay, let's make it nighttime. This is a nighttime thing. Why is the treasure shop only open at night? Why is this a thing?
Open the chest and surprise! If you find a key inside, you'll be able to advance. Left or right, try your luck. 10 rupees to play.
I'm pretty sure that there has been a time where I've made it to the end of this without the Lens of Truth. Yeah, door key. Use this key to continue to the next room. Select a treasure chest and see how lucky you are. Wait, I can't tell what that is. Okay, that's a key. How's everybody doing today? Let's see, this weekend on Sunday we're gonna drive up to a national park to see some foliage. That's our big weekend plan. And what else? Me and my 6-year-old are talking about making buttered chicken from scratch tomorrow. I think that's going to be another weekend project. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Winner! Winner is you. Or your winner. That's what that makes me think of. Alright, we leveled up. Go buy all the beans and blow all my money on magic beans. Actually, I might have already bought all the beans. I'm not entirely sure. Wait, who's that guy that's sitting up there? I never noticed them. I mean, I have in the past. Seems like it's taking forever for dawn to come. The view of Hyrule Castle in the morning sun is so fantastic. I cannot really remember the other places to plant beans. I feel like last time I played through Ocarina of Time, I did find all the bean spots, and I feel like they were obvious to me at that time, but they don't feel very obvious right now. But maybe I spent a lot of time looking for them. I don't know. Oh yeah, the other thing that is going on this weekend, which I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but Aggro Buddy was talking about coming to a Beyblade competition that's close to me, so we were gonna meet up.
Do you want magic beans? They aren't cheap, but do you still want them? I can't let them go for less than 90 rupees apiece. Chomp, chomp, chomp. We have magic beans. Do you want them? Huh? 100 rupees for one piece. Yeah. Oh, too bad. We're sold out. What? Oh, these beans are not for sale.
The ones that he's eating, they're... You know, if we go linearly, he could get 110 rupees a piece for those, but he's not doing it. He's leaving money on the table. Actually, he's just eating it. Straight up eating money there. Okay, the next thing that I was thinking about doing was hunting Poes. So, do I have arrows? Ooh, I don't have many arrows. We can buy some in Kakariko. I have so much money. Let's spend all the money. Oh, I also don't have a shield. Well, we'll get that later. We'll get the shield later. I hate losing my shield in Zelda games. That's the thing that feels the worst to me. Any Zelda game where you can lose a shield feels real bad. I mean, except for like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, of course. It's not a big deal there. Let's see. Back to Kakariko immediately. How many Poes do I have to hunt? I feel like I've only found like 2 of them. Really not sure. Oh, so we'll probably wrap up pretty soon here. Oh, only open during the day. Oh no, Med's here to ruin the immersion. How's it going, Mediterranean? Hello, welcome in. I'm glad to see you. No immersion was broken. We just finished the Shadow Temple, and now I'm doing some side stuff. I'm gonna go Poe hunting in Hyrule Field, but first I gotta buy arrows. I walked all the way over to this shop. I found out that they were closed. Then I played the Sun Song, and I got teleported. So we're walking again. Welcome. Alright, that's definitely more arrows than I can carry. I can only carry 30. But I bought 50. I probably could have just bought 30 for cheaper. Oh well. Alright, we will try to fill up 3 bottles. I'm gonna dump out this ferry. Glad I'm here then. Spirit Temple today. I don't think we're gonna get to the Spirit Temple today. I think I'm gonna go fill up my bottles with Poes if I can. And that might be it for us. Well, we'll see how many Poes I can find. If the government is still shut down on Monday, then we'll do Spirit Temple Monday. And And if work opens back up for me before I finish Ocarina of Time, I'm definitely going to move Ocarina to my nighttime stream slot. So, because I'm definitely going to finish this playthrough, one way or the other. Alright, there's one. I've got no idea where they are. I think I know of one that is like right near Gyarados Valley. But I'm not sure if I got that one. I know it's around here because I've fought it a couple times. It's like right by this tree or something. Oh. Ah. How do I put the bow away without firing it? I guess I can't. Where are you? Where are you, Lady Poe? Do I have to approach from this direction? No, because it would be so easy for her to get stuck on that wall. Okay, let's go, like, out a little bit. You know what? Let's circle around this way, see if there's anything over here. Maybe I didn't need to go right by the tree. I need to not, like, bust out my bow so quickly because I'm wasting arrows like every shot. Alright, we can get one more. It's not like super close to this one, right? They wouldn't put it that close. Alright, I don't think during this playthrough I have yet been up to like this entrance to Gyarados Valley. Also, can I break these rocks? Get down, stop wasting arrows. Alright. Don't remember which song does what for any of the grottos. Oh, it's probably a bomb. There's probably just a cow down here too. There we go. I should have grabbed the arrow. Oh. Interesting. There's spider webs. Well, good thing we got fire arrows. Also, good thing I have magic. Break that pot, please! Fine, I'll pick it up and throw it. Oh! Skulltula! I hear you. Not over there. I wish I could wear the Mask of Truth as an adult. Wait a minute, I can only hear it right here? Oh, I see it. I see it. See movement. All right. Back to the surface. Let's break the other rocks. Maybe we find something. Okay, is there gonna be a Poe right over here? Oh, this rock has got to have something good, right? Nope. Wrong. Ooh! Ah, Epona! Come back! Is it quicker for me to play Epona's song or to walk back around? I think it's quicker to walk back around. Maybe not. Maybe it would have been quicker for me to play the song. Alright, let's see if we can find one more big Poe. Just got egg rolls from this place you've only ever ordered pho at. And this is next level experience? Wow. It's making me hungry, Mediterranean. Congrats on your next level experience. I'm definitely gonna eat some food after stream. But I don't have anything like a next level egg roll to eat. Okay, I'm gonna do like a raster search here. Is he slapping that horse? Yeah, he's oh, there we go. Yeah, he's just putting a little pep in her step. Well, at least we know there's one over here. You know, maybe he's just feeding her a carrot, right? Alright, where are you? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estás? It was somewhere over here. It was somewhere. Oh, oh, oh! Ah! Okay, she popped out right when I rode by these bushes, right? Or was it these bushes? Maybe it was these bushes. Oh, it's those bushes. Okay, use the final arrow. The last arrow was used. And what we got there. Alright, let's go cash him in. Ever see Ace Ventura 2 When Nature Calls? The scene where dude's riding a horse, slapped the horse in the butt, and when he met Ace, Ace grabbed his little whip and hit him in the butt and said, "Funny, it didn't seem that painful when you did to the horse." I've definitely seen that movie, but not for a very, very long time. Good thing you didn't panic or anything. Yeah. Good thing. And then I might have just wasted every single last one of my arrows if I panicked. You know that movie by heart? Okay, I am terrified of accidentally dumping the bottle out when I talk to this person. There we go.
Oh, you brought a bow today. Very interesting. This is a big bow. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man.
It's a good one, both of them are. You do that all the time, infuriating. Yeah, I'm trying to take extra care to not do that.
You bought a bow today.
Okay, saying the same thing. Finally, I think we only need 3 more, so I could get them all in one go. If I can find them all. Alright, but I think this is where we're gonna leave off for the night, for the day. It's not night. Usually it's a night when I stream. We're gonna leave off here. Thank you for hanging out, everyone. We will, you know, like I said, if the government's still closed on Monday, we'll be back with Ocarina of Time on Monday. Otherwise, next stream is Wednesday. And I'm planning to play Mega Man X2. So Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's our regular non-AM stream. But yeah, thanks for being here. If you guys will hang out for a little longer, we'll find a cool place we can raid. It's exciting to raid during the day because, you know, I don't usually get to send a raid during the middle of the day. Except for when the government's shut down. Let's see. Where can we go? Ooh, Jackie's streaming. Castlevania chats, then Mega Man 2. Let's go raid Jackie. One of the coolest streamers I know. I don't know that I've gotten a chance to raid her ever, so you know, perfect example. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and yeah, we will be back in the near future. Bye.